physical.
They seem kind, supportive, high vibe, but every time you're around them, every time you talk to them, you leave feeling exhausted, anxious, or off. That's actually not your imagination. It might actually be an energy vampire in disguise. Well, hi guys, welcome back to today's video. It's actually the 26th of May. Yesterday was my late dad's birthday. Happy birthday to him. I bought myself like a Black Forest cake and enjoyed and celebrated his birthday. Despite him not being around, and I loved it. I actually remembered it was my dad's birthday. Then I called my brother and then I was like, do you remember it's dad's birthday? And then he was like, yeah, I'm even napping. And I was like, cool, let me just order myself a cake. But anyway, basically today's video is about not all good vibes are safe. And here is the truth about energy vampires. I want to help you understand. I know you've heard about energy vampires. I know you have a lot of people around you, even on social media, saying they want good vibes. But let me help you understand that not all good vibes are safe. So without wasting any more time, let's get into today's video. So sadly, we usually tend to think that energy vampires are obvious. And by obvious, I mean loud, dramatic, negative. But the world is evolving. People are evolving, and I feel like today I look weird, but in a good way. But back to energy vampires. So like I was saying, most of us expect energy vampires to be obvious, loud, negative, dramatic, but then some wear masks of positivity, spirituality, or charm. I'll repeat it again. We usually tend to think that energy vampires are obvious. This means they are loud, dramatic, and just negative. But most energy vampires nowadays, because they know their obvious mask is obvious to detect, now they wear other masks of positivity, spirituality, and even charm. So beware out here, guys. Basically, in this video, I'm sharing about how to recognize subtle energy drainers, protect your peace, and stop confusing good vibes with real alignment. Those are two very different things. Well, guys, I hope you've seen my talk. For those who have been following me, I know you've seen this talk before on my Instagram. But for those who don't follow me on Instagram, like, can you see? This is my mom's top. She gave me a while back and I just love it. Anyway, I'm back to the video. Sorry about that distraction. It won't happen again. What is an energy vampire, or who is an energy vampire? Basically, these are people who unconsciously or intentionally drain your emotional, mental, spiritual energy. I'll repeat it again. Energy vampires are people who drain your emotional, mental, spiritual energy unconsciously or intentionally. They actually seem sweet, but they drain your soul. And when I say drain, I mean they fucking drain your soul. They're not always malicious, but often unhealed. Can show up as friends, partners, co-workers, even coaches, hell, even healers. They can literally show up as anyone. But remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about the patterns. It's not about being perfect. It's about the patterns. How do you feel after being around them? You should be asking yourself that. How do you feel anytime you're around anyone? Whether it's your lover, your partner, your co-worker, your family member, always ask yourself, how do I feel around them? And I'm here to always help you with your day-to-day life. So I'm going to give you 3 signs to help you realize that you're dealing with an energy vampire. 3 surprising signs, to be precise. The first sign is they talk at you and not with you. You feel unheard even after having deep conversations with them. 2, they are always in crisis. And as usual, you're the fixer. You actually feel responsible for their emotional stability. The third and the last sign, surprising sign, you feel guilt or confusion just after saying no. I mean, saying no shouldn't be so hard, you know. You shouldn't have to feel guilty after saying no or confused. Their light feels heavy. When you say no, it should feel light. When you say yes, it should feel lighter. But whatever is light to them is so heavy to you. They might say something that may actually trigger you, but to them it's nothing. But to you, you feel like it's heavy. So look out for those top 3 surprising signs of knowing that you're dealing with an energy vampire. But I'll be sharing more signs later on a different video to help you guys know if you're dealing with an energy vampire. But for this video, I'll just give you the 3 main surprising ones, and I hope they help. And just before I go to the next part of this video, I just want to emphasize on the 3rd sign. Their light feels heavy. I know you guys have ever been around those people whom when they ask you for something and you say no, you like feel guilty, you feel like you're confused, did you make the right decision? See that right there? That's a fucking red flag, because your no should be no. Your no should come from a place of love from yourself and your best interest. So you shouldn't be feeling guilty about saying no. Neither should you be feeling confused about saying no. But if this particular person makes you feel like that, then look into it. There is some emotional manipulation going on there that you still can't see, and there's some energy being drained of someone that you maybe you feel it, but you think, I'm just tired. No, you're not. I'm just not in the mood. Girl, cleanse your energy. Catch those cords, because once an energy vampire attaches their cords onto you, you'll forever be drained. You'll forever be feeling tired, even after rest. So be cautious. Here right now, I want to share with you guys the various masks that the energy vampires wear nowadays. And again, I'll just be sharing 3 of them. But I promise to make a longer video. If y'all want me to, just let me know in the comments and I will. But basically I will, because I know a lot of you guys need assistance in plucking out those energy vampires in your lives. And just so you know, it's very important to cut cords with energy vampires. Why? Because they delay your blessings. It's not that God is not listening. It's not that God is, what the hell? It's not that God is not, I hate flies, by the way. It's not that God is not listening. It's not that you're not putting in enough effort. It's you're holding on to people who do not align with the energy that you need to be in to attract whatever it is that you want. That's the problem. But I hope after this video you'll be able to cut off cords with all those energy vampires that are masquerading to be your spiritual healers, spiritual guidances or guardians, advisors, healers, positive influencers. And how do you know this spiritual healer is just, there's just something about the how will I know? I know most of you are asking yourselves, well, I know you can tell me the meaning of an energy vampire, I know you can give me signs to know one, but how do I really tell if this person is really an energy vampire and not something else, not mistaking it for something else? Well, it's all in the energy. You'll just feel like, well, this person is spiritual, but something just doesn't feel right. Yes, that is your sign. Oh, this lady is a positivity influencer, but there's usually just something about their energy. Oh, wait, I have this friend, I just love being around her, but every time I get back to my house, I feel so drained, so exhausted, and this never happens to me when I'm with other friends of mine. Energy vampire, guys. When I'm around them, I feel like I like their vibe, but the thing is, I just get too tired. I just don't get what it is. It is them draining your energy emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, whether it is unconsciously or intentionally. And the worst part is most of them do it intentionally. And the sad part is your intuition and your body and your energy field always tries to scream at you that someone is leeching off your energy, but then you choose to ignore. You choose to be like, to brush it off with, well, I guess I'm just fatigued, I've been doing too much. Bitch, wake up. Check your circle. What breaks my heart is, have you guys seen the case? Oh wow, guys, it's actually 14:14 on the timer right now, but I wanted to say something sad, so let me stop smiling. So have you guys seen this case of the girl Valeria Marquez, who was shot 3 shots, and there's speculations that her best friend is the one who set her up? And did you guys see the part where she was saying on her live that she was feeling like she wanted to leave? She felt like they are going to kill her, but then she chose to brush that off and ended up dead. Like, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. You need to be able to actually read energy more than anything. Read energy. Energies never lie. Their face might lie. You might meet this person who looks so innocent, but there's just something in their energy that is, you know, listen to that and put up boundaries to protect your peace and your energy and your own fucking life. Well, it's sad, but all in all, guys, let me share with you now the 3 spiritual common masks that people wear out here that I have even had experience with, not even so many days ago, just like 3 days ago. Yeah. So the first one, overusing terms like love and light to avoid accountability. I know you guys have met those people in your DMs who are like, hi, come in love and light. Well, again, it rolls back down to energy. If the love and light feels genuine in your energy, trust that. And if it feels off, trust that too. Because some energetic or emotional vampires cloak their harmful behavior in spiritual practices, spiritual languages, especially languages and phrases like love and light. Avoid taking responsibility for their actions. For example, this person has DM'd you, they like tell you they have a message from your ancestors and all that, or the cards are saying, or she's a prophet and God has sent her. Okay, cool. But not each and everyone who comes to you has good intentions, and not each and everyone is actually a true messenger. Rather than them owning up that they might have manipulated, hurt, or disrespected you, or even themselves, they retreat with a kind spiritual performance where appearing peaceful becomes more important than being accountable. Actually, it's a defense mechanism that they use. When confronted, instead of addressing the issue, they may say something like, I'm just sending you love and light. Yeah, I'll give you a minute to get disgusted with me. But then them just saying that they are just sending you love and light, they're actually not doing it as an act of peace and not doing it as an act of healing, but they're doing it as a way to shut down the conversation and still them maintaining their positive spiritual mask that they want you to see and not actually the real them. So be cautious of this sending you love and light people. The second mask that most people, the second spiritual mask that most people wear is using spiritual language to bypass real emotions. This is whereby you use spiritual ideas to avoid facing uncomfortable emotions, trauma, situations, or even shadow work, because shadow work is the most uncomfortable phase that you'll have to go through in your healing. For me, it was the most uncomfortable, but the most, it had the best results. Yeah. An energy vampire using this mask might actually start claiming that they've transcended ego, or say things like everything happens for a reason. And I think I've made a video about this phrase of everything happens for a reason, and that was my unpopular opinion. If you haven't seen it, please go through my last video and actually hear my thoughts on everything happens for a reason. Well, there's truth in that, but still it's so dismissive and so harmful for your healing. Actually, this energy vampire will tell you things like everything happens for a reason when you like open up about a hurt or a situation that is weighing down on you. They won't actually give you an actual solution to your problem. They'll just dismiss it with phrases like everything happens for a reason, just and actually most of these spiritual most of these energy vampires who wear spiritual masks, they may talk about detachment and enlightenment a lot, but in reality they're just numbing out or denying their emotional responsibility. And that's why I'll say again, guys, it's all in the energy. Someone who's pretending to heal, and again, I mentioned it in my previous video. I was talking to this friend on Snapchat, and he was like, he likes interacting with people who are working and are on their healing journey, but he's come to realize that most of the girls he interacts with are not actually healing, right? They're actually imagining life of them being healed and thinking that that is reality. But the thing is, you can manifest peace and healing into your life, but if you don't put in the work, then nothing is going to change in your life. These energy vampires, instead of them being present with other people's feelings or even their own, they use high vibrational language to create emotional distance. And avoid inner work. And you cannot be a high vibrational being without putting in the inner work, the journaling, the shadow work, the you sitting down with your thoughts and your actions and self-reflecting. They don't. It can actually feel like these people weaponize spirituality to create a false sense of superiority. And I'm telling you guys, I've interacted with such people who appear to be so superior spiritually, only for me to tap in and realize, what the hell? This person is just surviving off of people's energies. And the sad part is, it's like most of the people I have met, it's like it happens unconsciously. It's like they don't know. But then also, most of the people that I have met do it intentionally. So if you feel like what I've talked about so far is hinting on anyone you already know, or when you're listening to this you have someone in mind, you have an assignment. You have an assignment. Don't let people dine off of your energy that you work so hard to lend, evolve it, and then you just want to let people who don't want to put in the work feed off of your energy. That's not even fair to yourself. Cut those cords. Cut those cords. Cut those cords. Cut those cords. Cut. And don't even look back. The last sign of spiritual masks that people wear: being positive at the expense of your boundaries. Being positive at the expense of your boundaries. That's the third red flag people who wear spiritual masks use: being positive at the expense of your boundaries. So what do I mean by this? So these individuals always insist on staying positive no matter what. I don't know, I feel like my camera is not straight, but better now. So these individuals are the individuals who always insist stay positive no matter what. Listen, staying positive is good. I myself, I am a positivity enthusiast and activist, but one thing I won't lie to you about: when I say stay positive, I don't mean stay positive no matter what. Even when harm has occurred. How do you stay positive when harm has occurred? These individuals will even gaslight you to thinking that setting boundaries is so low. Because when you put up your boundaries, and I did a post about this on my TikTok, if you put boundaries to someone who's an energy vampire or a manipulator, you're disrupting the source, you're disrupting the supply. Because with boundaries, they can't get whatever it is they want with you, because there is boundaries. And when I say they might make you feel like setting boundaries is low, I mean they might make you think it's low vibrational. It's like you're not believing in yourself, you're not positive enough to believe that it's going to work out. And you can clearly feel, and even maybe at that time you're dreaming about how this person has no good intentions about you, but then there they will be gaslighting you with just stay positive no matter what. They'll cheat on you, ask for your forgiveness, you stupidly forgive them, and then it's just a cycle all over again. It's just you being their supply all over again. If it's the validation they want from you, they're getting it. If it is your energy they're feeding off of, they are getting it. So these people who tell you stay positive no matter what I'll say is stay positive no matter what, but have your boundaries and also reason and also listen to your intuition and your gut. Okay? Being positive doesn't mean being stupid. Being positive does not mean you ignore when the whole universe is trying to scream at you to walk away from a certain situation just because you are told to be positive no matter what. So even if this man is physically abusing you in that house, you're remaining positive no matter what, because you believe that maybe someday he'll wake up and treat you right. No, he won't. One day he'll wake up and even kill you. So be positive, but be intentional, and actually be smart enough to know when it's time to leave, to know the difference between your intuition and that voice that usually tries to act like your intuition. Know the difference. Learn how to read energy. Learn how to read energy. That's the only way you can detect these low vibrational beings. And I'm sorry to say, but yes, anyone who's an emotional manipulator, energy vampire, someone who just judges people, puts other people down in order to feel better, that's a low fucking vibrational person. And again, like I said in my previous video, do not give access to just anyone when it comes to your energy. Do not compare your life to any other person's, because you're actually not vibrating in the same frequency. It might look like it. Actually, you know what, guys? Something really funny I have been observing. I used to tend to compare myself with others, check out their lives, but then when I come to actually get to know these people and the life they're living, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm actually living a better life than they are. And that made me start appreciating my life more. Not everything you see is real anyway. But I don't want to go off topic. I just want to help you guys know and detach from this emotional manipulators and energy vampires. These people who leave you feeling drained and make you question your worth and just make you feel like you're just not yourself. They don't deserve you. You're so divine. So if someone can't see how valuable you are, they have to go. That's non-negotiable. So these people, this energy vampire, accuse you or someone for being negative, just for expressing anger, sadness, or calling out their toxic behavior. That's when you tell them, you're so toxic, you're so nonchalant, and they're like, no, why you're so negative? Or they like, you've noticed this pattern, and then they like do it, and then you like call them out, and then they're like, why are you being so negative? And you're like, excuse me, I was just calling you out. It's not that I'm being negative or anything, I'm just letting you know I can see through your BS. So in their worldview, this energy vampire's worldview, sad, because negativity equals bad and positivity equals good. That's their this binary thinking ignores the complexity of the real human relationships. It ignores. In practice, it allows them to cross boundaries without consequence, then shame others for reacting. And over time, this can make you second guess your gut. Let me tell you, I saw a video on TikTok and this lady was saying every minute you spend validating that man who has shown you that he has, that man or that friend or that family member that has shown you time and time again that they'll never show up for you like that, and they don't like or respect you or value you like that. Every time you spend obsessing over them and trying to prove a point to them, that's every second you lose and you detach from yourself. And the farther you go away from home, the expensive it becomes to get back home. So keep that in mind. Energy vampires mess with your head to an extent that you start second guessing your gut. They actually sense that you're pulling your energy back, and now they rush in, and they're like now all of a sudden having time for you, and they never had time. And it's funny because I don't know, they usually think someone does not see through their bullshit, or is it that they are so don't cares and they don't even care if you realize what they are doing, but the audacity. Remember, and I want you to mark my words with this, because so many people out here are out to get ya. More so if you're working on your energy, putting in the work, doing the shadow work, meditating, your light is bright, it's attracting. Have you ever seen a bulb? How moths get attracted to bulbs? Yeah, to the light. That's how it is also. When you're a human being and you're putting in the work and you're healing your traumas and you're trusting in the divine and just embracing life in the most positive way possible, but also maintaining your authenticity, you attract so many people with so much darkness who just want to feed off your light, because your light nourishes them, your light makes them feel whole, your light gives them hope, whether they choose to admit it or not. You just
way too high, you need to cut it. Your price is way too high, you need to cut it.
Cut that cycle. Cut it. Your price are way too high, you need to cut it. Cut it. And one thing I want you to remember is not everyone who talks about energy knows how to respect your energy. People out here be masquerading in positivity masks, in spiritual masks, so it's all in the energy. I swear energy will never lie to you. You just have to tune in and learn how to read people's energies without them even having to say a word to you. You already know their intention with you. That's how powerful life gets when you surrender your life to God and you let God be in control of your life. Well, I know today's video is a long one, but I hope it will help you guys. So now let's talk about how to protect your energy from these energy vampires and emotional manipulators, all these low vibrational beings. Let's talk about how you can protect your energy. First of all, you need to set clean boundaries, even with the nice people. Yeah, you see that friend that you say she's really nice or he's really nice, you need to set clean boundaries. Number two, you need to trust your body. If they drain you, it's real. You're not tired, you're not fatigued. Yeah, you feel drained after talking to that person. That's fucking real. Trust your body. They're actually draining you. Yes, they are. Number three is you don't owe access to people just because they're not toxic enough yet. Stop forgiving that human being who's always been saying this and doing the opposite. Their words do not even match their actions. Stop. Just because they are not toxic enough yet does not mean that they are not toxic. And now I just want to basically end the video by reminding you guys, protecting your peace doesn't make you cold. It makes you conscious. The next level of your healing might not be more love and light. It might be learning to say, this drains me and that matters. Okay? The next phase of your healing might not need some love and light. It might actually need you to say that it drains me and that actually matters. I need to address that because there ain't no way you're going to drain me. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. If you've watched it this far, I really appreciate you. And I love you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe for weekly energy awareness, spiritual boundaries, and soul-aligned growth. Well, till we meet again guys, I love y'all.